rather be sexy, free, or quirky?
I'd rather... I can only pick one?
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah.
I think.
All right, sexy or quirky?
I'm so trapped. In my mind.
Personally, I'd rather feel quirky. Dude, wait, I have to tell you something. Yesterday, I thought I had an appendicitis. And like, Ryan was freaking...
I'm like, an appendix? You have an appendix?
Ryan was freaking the
Wait,
fuck
why?
out.
Why did you think did you have a bellyache?
I have a lower right abdomen pain.
Yeah.
And it traveled to my belly button.
Yep. Ugh! Sorry, that just made my...
I got freaked out.
That just made my vagina hurt for
And
some
I told
reason.
Ryan, and we were like, we have to find the nearest hospital just in case, you know, because shit like that always happens in the middle of the night. So I was like, we need to find the nearest hospital. And he goes, okay, I'm ready. But listen, I'm feeling way better today.
So it was just a bellyache.
I think it was just gas.
I've been trying to tell myself that, like, the worst thing you think it is like the least likely
Yeah.
to help my hypochondria.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work, but sometimes it works.
Oh, fuck, man. A lot of cancer going around, though.
There's a lot of cancer in the air right now.
Anyways. Hey.
What's up, mother truckers?
I'm just hanging out, personally.
I have some bad news, actually, for you.
For me?
Yeah.
What?
We got our first not 5-star review. Or 4.9 on Spotify right now.
What happened?
I don't know. I think it was like a jealous hater. I know. I checked today because we've had our reviews have been in the 20s, and I really wanted us to have 30 reviews, and we hit 30, and I think the 30th review was from like a hater.
Does that mean they gave us 3 stars or 2 stars?
It doesn't say. Because so Apple, it actually shows the reviews, like how many stars, what they have to say. Spotify, it's just like an anonymous number, 1 to 5.
Show yourself.
Yeah, it's definitely.
If
I'm keeping that in. I'm not bleeping it. No, I'll bleep it.
It's so real.
It's 1,000%.
You know what? I was thinking that too, though.
1,000%. Like, I'm not. There's nobody else. It's for sure. What are we talking about today? Fashion.
Fashion.
The one day that I look like an inpatient at the mental hospital. I'm like wearing my pajamas, and you're wearing a cool outfit.
No, listen to me. You always look cool. This is uncommon for us.
I guess you're right. Whatever. I'm just for anybody watching, because people are we're gonna talk about fashion. Somebody's gonna be like, "All right, Randy Melville."
You know what? If you judge her by what she's wearing today, I urge you to go look at her Instagram or her TikTok, and then I urge you to fuck right off. Anyways, let's get into our ins and outs.
Let's actually get into our ins and outs.
Do you want to go first?
I'll go first. My in is early MySpace hyperpop. Yeah.
Like, what are we talking?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Boys call me when they feel freaky hot. I run the show, go too slow. Pick up the pace with a cracked out face. Uffy's banging, feet is banging. Time to get low, do the tootsie roll. That's how we do it hot.
All right.
You remember this shit?
No. I don't remember this.
Are you joking?
I don't know what this is.
You never heard that song?
No,
Pop the Glock.
Are
pop
you
the
playing a prank
Glock.
on me?
No, this was huge.
I've never heard this song.
You were listening to fucking Taylor Swift, weren't you?
I was listening to, like, Bright Eyes and Jack's Mannequin.
Okay, what about this?
Yeah.
Is this the Millionaires?
That's right. Friday, it's time to party. Drop it down and get real naughty. Don't talk shit, we don't care. We'll take off our underwear.
Okay.
That's us.
Listen, that kind of music is healing to the soul.
Yeah.
That's my chicken soup. Uffy is my chicken soup.
You know what? This kind of screams Miami.
Yes, but also, okay, so I've been like severely depressed the last few days. And sometimes all it takes is like a song like that
Yeah.
to kind of like bring you back.
Music is medicine.
All right, Bob Marley.
Music is medicine. No, but isn't that kind of real?
Side note, Bob Marley ate with some of his quotes.
Side note, Bob Marley had a shit ton of children. I didn't know this.
Yeah, Bob Marley's lore goes crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But he had some crazy quotes that they had like put in like a text graphic over like a picture of a lion.
Yeah.
And I was like adding that to my MySpace.
Yeah, it was a tape.
Remember, which one had us in a chokehold in middle school? Before you point fingers, make sure your hands are clean. Remember that one?
He said that?
Yeah. He ate with that.
I thought that was like Rosa Parks. Like, before you come at me, make sure you're coming at yourself, bitch.
You racist bitch.
Yeah, you racist motherfucker.
No, Bob Marley ate with his quotes.
Rare, we have to stop swearing 10 minutes, like,
You're
into
right.
the episode.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
I know.
we will not make money off this podcast.
I know. None of our... I was already about to curse again. None of our content is monetizable.
We just played a song. We just swore.
Yep, you're right.
You know what? But we're free.
UMG is gonna kill me in my sleep. What was I gonna say?
Hyperpop.
Hyperpop. I played the radio to that Millionaire song today. Got the Uffy. I got some like mindless behavior. Do you remember mindless behavior?
Yes. Was Flume a part of this, or was Flume later?
I don't know. I know Flume, but I couldn't tell you any Flume songs.
I'm on it to see.
Oh yeah. No, it's not as like messy. Like when I think of like
Yeah, this one's
Uffy,
messy.
when I think of Millionaires, I think of like, you know, early 2000s like Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
agree.
I mean? I don't know how much music is out there that falls in that vibe. It might just be like those two artists, but that's all I need.
You know what song does that for me? I Love It by Iconic Pop.
That's your healing song.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that for you.
It makes me feel like I'm in a red convertible going down the Candyland board game.
That is how that Uffy song makes me feel.
Yes.
And then the problem is, not a problem actually, who cares? When I'm depressed, I'll like find one song that like heals me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll listen to it literally on repeat. And sometimes it's like Alcohol by the Millionaires, and sometimes it's like Colors of the Wind by Pocahontas. Like there's no rhyme or reason.
Are you sure you don't have ADHD?
My therapist actually yesterday for the first time like threw out OCD to me.
Yeah.
Like with my hyperfixations on my face and stuff, my obsessive like nature.
That checks.
Yeah, which I never thought I had anything.
I would never think that of you.
And then I said it, and Kellen was like, "Yep."
Yeah. Wow.
So maybe I'm OCD.
Besties with illnesses.
Neurodivergent besties. Yeah, so it's a possibility. But either way, that song has healed me. So early 2000s hyperpop from MySpace is like, that's my end.
That.
That's my
I love
end.
that.
So if you're feeling depressed, yeah, listen to it, put on some makeup, dance around, and then like let me know how you feel after.
Okay, love that.
Take a little mushroom chocolate.
Yeah.
It's healed me. I'm in a much better mood today than I was yesterday. This is a spin-off from our last episode. My out is giving people celebrity lookalikes. We're not doing it anymore. We're over it. We're not doing this.
The fact that we ever even started.
There's this whole thing about like don't comment on women's bodies, like don't, you know, tell somebody about a flaw of theirs so they can't fix it in 5 minutes. You know, all these like kind of like rules, these unwritten rules.
I say that all the time.
One of them should be do not give someone a celebrity lookalike, because if you give them somebody that is out of their league, they get the Chelsea treatment, and then they're telling people they look like that, and everybody's side-eyeing them. And if you tell them it's somebody that they perceive as ugly, and you don't know who they perceive as ugly because beauty's subjective, it's ruining their day. I've gotten celebrities before where I'm like, okay, that's like really nice of you to say. I don't think I look like them, but like, yeah, you've like upped my, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've like upped my confidence that day.
It tells you how they perceive you.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know how anybody perceives me, actually, good or bad. And frankly, I get more people that I'm like weirded out by than anything. I don't know.
What's the craziest one you've ever gotten?
I can't tell if this is like a conspiracy theory, but I feel like Gen Z has like learned that if they seemingly sweetly tell somebody that they look like someone who's like just unattractive enough, that it will ruin their day. Like I think they're doing it on purpose. I don't have any proof, but it feels like a thing. Like it feels like it's like their way of being mean, and they can't get caught.
I will say, I do think that that's a trend on TikTok. Like saying like, oh, you look like so-and-so from so-and-so.
Like when that person told me I had John Travolta vibes.
Yeah, I think that was like them making fun.
Well, I don't like that, and I think that's mean.
I agree.
And then the other day, somebody commented on a picture of me and Kellen. And I'm going to show the picture of me and Kellen. And I have love eyes. Kellen is my fiance. He's the love of my life. So I think he's the hottest person in the world. But just so you know what he looks like.
Yeah.
This person commented and said, oh, you guys give Tom Sandoval and Kristen Doty vibes.
And what? Okay, first off, regardless of what Tom Sandoval did, Tom Sandoval looks evil.
Yes, he looks like
He looks like a
Disney
villain. He looks like a villain.
Either way, though, he doesn't look shit like Kellen.
And in what world do you look like Kristen Doty?
Other than the fact that we're both brunette and skinny. But see, that's the problem. Is I am not exaggerating, every single ethnically ambiguous skinny brunette that you can think of. Think of any. It doesn't matter what they look like. I've gotten them.
Well, I think that that's the problem with, like, not being just, like, a white girl, too, sometimes. I feel like a lot of the time I get, like, I've gotten, like, J-Lo. Like, in what world do I look like J-Lo?
I've gotten Megan Fox. Not to Chelsea
Like-
myself. I don't think I look like Megan Fox. But it's like, yes, if you have, for me, it's like light eyes, dark hair, ethnically ambiguous, you're getting that person. You getting
Yeah.
J-Lo bonkers.
Yeah, curly hair, like, slightly tan.
Yes.
Anything that's, like, in that world. Like,
Even the Vanessa Hudgens one, I see
Yeah.
more, but I think it's more your, like, personality. Like, I think
we're
that
just
you're,
both
like,
bubbly.
Yeah, you're a bubbly, like, you're both ethnically ambiguous, dark, curly-haired, smiley women.
Yeah.
But, like, that doesn't mean you look alike.
Exactly. And also, like, just say that what you like about me as opposed to telling me, like...
Please, yes, just give me one specific thing about me, my hair color, my eyes, whatever, compliment it, or just say you're pretty.
Yep.
Please, God, I don't want to be compared to anyone. I don't care if it's the most beautiful woman in the world. I don't want it.
Real.
I don't want that smoke.
Real.
I don't like it. And then on the opposite end, if somebody gets too many hot people, then they think they're hot shit.
Yeah.
And then that's false. Last week, Kellen, 3 separate men, straight men, told Kellen he looked like Jacob Elordi. That man's on cloud 9. That man's walking around. That man's going to break up with me.
I'm sure white girls with blonde hair always get Taylor Swift.
Exactly. It's
It's just like a white girl with blonde hair.
Stop telling people that they look like somebody because they have the same hair.
Just stop talking about me. Just
Stop perceiving me.
let me breathe.
Stop it. Unless it's somebody I really like.
Then how would they know?
Anyways, that's my out.
My in is in honor of today's episode, wearing the same outfit twice.
Lizzie McGuire, you are an outfit repeater. Yeah.
Yes. I am sick of the Kates of the world telling me I'm an outfit repeater. Listen, first off, who fucking cares? Second off, it's mine. Like, let me do whatever the fuck I want with it. Thirdly, there are variations to the same outfit that you can do, like, just throughout time.
Yeah.
I think that we are so harsh on people who repeat outfits, or you've seen that person wear something again. Like, I don't know. I'm just over it. Like, be cool with it or get the fuck out.
And also, I have had people, like, make snide comments before in that way. Like, those low-key snide
Yeah, why do
comments.
they make comments? Like, I don't understand why it's affecting them so much.
Yeah, like, I've had girls be like, oh, you love that top.
Yes, I do. I bought it, and it's literally mine, and I'm wearing it. Like, who cares?
Yeah. And also, it's like, sorry that I don't, like, have a Shein haul once a week and I have 65 pieces coming in every day and I can, like, do that.
Exactly.
I choose to, like, invest in quality pieces and then rewear them.
Next time you should be like, oh, you love that plaque on your teeth. Don't fuck with me. Yeah, honestly, I just feel like people are so judgy if you don't overconsume, if your shit's not all from Shein or Target or whatever the fuck. And yeah, I love this shirt. Who cares?
Yeah, I've been actively, and then here, this is like slightly a tangent, but I feel like for a long time I was like thrifting like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And telling myself that it was fine because it wasn't like fast fashion, but like it's still overconsumption even when you're thrifting. Like if you're thrifting every single day and you're bringing home like bags of shit, like that is still unhealthy. It's still overconsumption. And I think I like fell really hard into that last year. And also like, you know, I was like doing a lot of hauls. They're doing well. And that kind of motivated me too. It's like, it almost became like this like weird addiction. And like, one, I can like find a good deal. I can find something cool. People are going to love it. Like people are going to covet it. Like I can like get a haul out of this. It's like blah, blah, blah. But then it's like, I looked around and I was like, I have so much shit and I like everything like 60%.
Yeah.
I want to only have things that I like 100%.
Yeah. And I think that like sometimes when you shop like that, like not you personally, but like when people shop like that, you're thinking about like, what is somebody else going to think about this outfit? What's somebody else going to think about this? As opposed to like, can I see myself wearing this multiple times? Can I see myself like really loving this piece for more than 6 months?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just feel like if you see somebody wearing something a lot, maybe they just fuck with it.
Yeah.
And maybe you should start fucking with your clothes and stop judging people.
I agree. What's your out?
My out is trolls. I'm saying it.
Trolls?
Yeah. Not the actual trolls, like keyboard
Not
warriors.
bridge trolls.
No. Those are in.
Those are in.
Those are in.
Elaborate.
So I've never been somebody who like really gets in my head about like what people that don't know me are saying, but I think that I'm human too, and like if someone were to be like just going ham on me as a person online, I would be affected by it too. And I just think that it's such a waste of breath to spend your time like judging somebody online when you don't know them. And B, I personally, and this is going to get a little like preachy, but like I personally think that what you act like on the outside is how you feel on the inside.
Yeah.
And I've never ever had a urge to berate somebody online, to judge somebody online, and that's just because I'm a happy human being and I'm comfortable with myself and I'm secure and confident. And I just think trolls are kind of fucking lame, if I'm being honest. I'm not even talking about myself personally here. Like, I just think that it's so lame to be a troll. It literally says so much more about you than the person that you're judging, and I think that shit's whack. I think that you should work on yourself. Like, why are you so mad? Why are you so angry? Why are you like judging this person you don't even know? I just think that shit's whack.
I agree. I think I've always said this, like, it is black and white. There's no gray area. There's no nuance. There are literally only two types of people. And they're the types of people who comment petty or mean shit from a burner account, and there are people who have never done that. There's no nuance. There's no, like, well, once, no. You are either the kind of freak who has, like, an anonymous page and comments, like, petty, mean shit, or you are just like a normal, active, like, member of society who doesn't do that and, like, has friends.
Isn't it scary to think about how, like, somebody, let's say we both have corporate jobs. Let's say Anne from marketing has a burner account.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? How did Anne get to this place where she made, you have to sign up. You have to put in your input, your phone number. You have to send a code from your, like, you have to do so many things to make that burner account so that you can be a hater. I don't know. To me, it just feels...
It's odd behavior.
Stupid.
It's odd behavior. And listen, I think that there's, like, room for discourse, right?
Of course.
I have seen people comment, like, negatively on posts, and it's like they're just giving their opinion.
And that's fine. If you're a person and you, like, have an account and a profile picture and you're like, that's your account and you just have an opinion, I'm for that.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, it is a whole level of mental illness to be, like, calling someone, like, ugly.
Yeah.
From a burner account. That shit is crazy.
I don't know. That shit just, like, pisses me off. I'll be, like, scrolling TikTok and see people just being so mean to others, and I don't know. It could never be me.
Honestly, too, if I was, like, that kind of person, like, if I was, you know, mentally ill enough to do that, I feel like nowadays it's really hard to get away with it. Like, it is so... You think that you can make a burner and get away with it, and, like, a lot of times you can, but, like, I have seen internet sleuths they will find out who you are.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the Julia Ernst thing. Like, eventually, like, the truth comes to light. And, then all of a sudden, now your coworkers and coworkers all know that she's the freak of nature.
Yeah.
Who is, like, online bullying someone. You know what I mean? Like, it is so insane.
If I really wanted to be crazy, I could find out who, like, a burner that's...
easy
fucking with me,
and it's
is.
like not that hard.
Yeah.
Also, especially with now everything's like connected. Like, I remember one time when I first started TikTok, Kellen and I were like, you know, we were pretty decent into dating, but not that far. We were engaged because we're psychos, but I think it was like 8 months in.
Yeah.
And I made like some cutie TikTok trend, you know, about like when his first DM to like us getting engaged, and somebody, a burner account, commented and was like, wasn't he still with his ex? Which he wasn't. But from Kellen's account, he could see the, like, from your contacts. It's like, I know who you are, baby. I know, babe. It's connected to your phone, babe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's never, I don't know. It's always funny to me because I personally, if a troll came to me and, like, said I was ugly or fat or whatever, I'd just be like, I reject that. I reject that opinion.
I reject that.
I do.
I reject that, actually.
I actually do. Because I'm like, if you said it, I would take it to heart. But, like,
yeah.
Fuck you. I don't even know you. I reject that opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I wish I wasn't so sensitive because that stuff affects me more than I'd like it to.
I get it. You've been online for, like, way longer than I have.
Yeah,
and maybe I'll have moments where I'm feeling the same way. But, like, I don't know. It just is never a true statement.
If you're a troll from a burner account, take a screenshot of your burner account. Take a screenshot of the last 3 mean comments you made. Show them to your therapist and see what their face is.
Or just be a hater to my face.
If you're gonna be a bitch, at least be a bitch with
I
your
would
whole
respect
heart.
it. All right, let's get into it.
What are we talking about? Fashion.
Fashion.
Did you ever have my scene?
I was a Mycene girl.
I was a my scene girl too. It's so funny because I talk to like boys.
That was my first taste in fashion.
Me too. I feel like I would like I talk to like, I shouldn't say boys. I talk to like men now, and it's like the things they were doing on the internet is horrifying. Like they're like, oh yeah, our friends and I were sending each other like gore videos and like terrorist videos.
I was putting outfits together.
I was putting outfits together on my scene.
Did you have Stardoll?
I'm gonna Google it. I need to like.
Stardoll was my first fashion introduction too.
What is it? It's another one where you like dress up.
It's actually a little weird. It's
This one doesn't look familiar to me.
You would pick a celebrity and you'd dress them up how you'd want them to. Obviously they're wearing underwear and a bra, but like you dress up, you'd pick a celebrity. So let's say I want to dress up Misha Barton. I'd have a Misha Barton doll and I'd put her in a little outfit. And I think that you were able to like judge other people's outfits, which was really fun.
That is really fun. There was another one I used to do that was almost like, I can't remember the name of it. It was almost like Bratz vibes. It was like another like pixel game, you know, like a dress up pixel game. But the girls were really like Bratz dolly looking and all the outfits were super slutty. It was awesome.
IMVU?
Like they kind of looked like this.
IMVU.
That's what that is?
Yes.
Oh,
I think so.
I like wanted to be these women. Like I was like, oh, that's gonna be me when I'm older.
And they had little like low rise pants.
It was always the low rise pants and like the little like crop tops. Like this just looks like a lookbook for UNIF now.
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy how we've come full circle.
Yeah, it does.
That's actually wild. Yeah, that's all I was doing online. Was shit like that.
I think for me, I like when I would do these little games and stuff, I liked fashion, but I think growing up bigger than my peers, I really hated putting outfits together. And also like, for example, you go on Pinterest today, there's not a lot of like chubby women or mid-sized women who are wearing outfits that accentuate their curves.
Yeah.
Or if they are, it's like these loud floral bright patterns like that the fashion industry thinks that bigger women love. Yeah, I think that this year, and that's not to say that I'm like, I don't think that I'm big. I just think that I'm bigger than a few of my peers. I have hips and an ass. Like,
yeah, if you go on the popular page of Pinterest, not a lot of people have the same body type as you.
Yeah, exactly. That's not to, I want to disclaim that I don't think that I'm big, but I do have an hourglass figure, and sometimes it's hard to dress. So I feel like a lot of the time I wouldn't try with fashion because nobody looked like me and I didn't know what to wear. And it wasn't until like maybe like very recently,
like a year ago,
that I actually like started putting an effort in a way that I was like, oh, do I actually like this, or do I just think that this like fits me?
Yeah, I've had that problem too, where because I'm the opposite, I'm so small, if something fits me, I'm so stoked that I'm like, I need this, and then I've had to look back and be like, do I like this, or am I just like so excited that it fits me?
Yeah, and that's a hard thing when you can't just take something off the rack and put it on. And I think that like my style has evolved, or like I'm getting to know myself through my personal style, but it's been really fun.
It's been really fun seeing how much it affects you. Like I think a lot of times people see fashion and style as like vapid and frivolous, but it really does affect your day to day. Like on the days where I feel like I try, and when I feel really excited about my outfit and I feel like it's just like an, you know, flattering, well-fitting, cool vibe, I am in a better mood. I'm a better person.
You feel happy.
Like sometimes if I'm wearing a cool outfit and I have to go out and run errands and then I come home, my like inclination, my natural inclination is to like throw back on sweats. But recently I've been staying in my outfit, including shoes.
Oh.
And I feel more productive.
I
almost feel like I'm still in like go mode with my full outfit on, including shoes, and I get more done.
Do you get ready every single day?
Never, almost.
And you should.
I know, and it really affects my mental health. Like, you know, we've talked a little bit on this episode and previously about like my facial dysmorphia, and I think it really doesn't help that I'm not the kind of person who gets ready every day. So, like 5 days a week, my hair is like ratty and I have no makeup on, and not that I like need makeup to feel pretty, but when I feel even just like clean and showered and my hair is brushed and I'm, you know, freshly moisturized.
Put together.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. So it's like the days where I feel like my facial dysmorphia is peaking and then I'm also like looking a little, you know, rough. It doesn't help.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's like so important to make your bed in the morning.
Yeah.
Get some sun and put on an outfit that you like can present to the world. Doesn't have to be a fashion show.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just wear like a band tee and jeans,
Yeah.
but my hair is done or my makeup's done.
Yeah.
When I say makeup, I mean like a little under eye concealer and some eyebrow and mascara.
Just the stuff that makes you feel pretty.
Yeah, and I think that really sets the tone of the day.
I agree. The days that I do it, I am in a far better mood. I'm more productive. It really, really, really helps.
How would you say that your style has evolved even in just like the last like 3 years? Because I feel like from my perspective, it has evolved so much for you. Like you found yourself, and I think that it's helped me find my own style because I've been seeing your journey and I'm like, oh, I want to find my own personal style. So how has that been for you?
So I think, so I feel like for a long time I didn't have like my own sense of style. I was very much like pulling from other places. And I think everybody's sense of style is a little bit pulled from other places.
Yeah.
But mine was like taking it too far. It's like I'd hyperfixate on one person and want to dress exactly like them. And then I think for
like
a while.
Online?
Yeah, like online. Yeah. And then I think for a while I went like very masculine. And I actually liked that look. I thought it was like cool. But I look back now and I think I was a little bit hiding. I feel like that was during a phase of my life where I like felt unattractive and I was really insecure and I hadn't had like my like facial dysmorphia diagnosis yet, so I felt a little bit like alone and confused. And I think for me, I'm not saying everybody who dresses masculine does this, but for me, I think it felt easier to dress masculine because then it was like I'm not trying to be sexy, so somebody can't tell me I'm not because I'm not even trying to be. So it was like easier for me to put on like a big baggy t-shirt, baggy jeans, sneakers, sunglasses, hair back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, like some of those looks were cool, I liked them, I was still trying, but I was definitely hiding a little bit in that. And then
like those looks are cool, but your intent to them was the thing that mattered.
Exactly. And then it's funny because the second I started gaining more confidence and I started like finding like my like female audience on TikTok and stuff and like just feeling like generally more confident with myself, I went the complete opposite and I went hyper feminine.
Yeah.
And it was like I lived in like white skirts and corsets and rosaries and my hair was always done and big long extensions and stuff. And again, loved a lot of those looks, but it also kind of felt like I was like, it was like a pendulum swing. Like I still hadn't found my middle. It's like I went fully one way and then I went fully the other way. And it's like I had some people be like, oh, you've like fully changed your style. Like this isn't like necessarily like you. Not friends, but like online, you know, just people being like, are you copying this person and this and that? And in some ways I was. In some ways I was just sort of like finding.
But listen, that's okay. It's okay to like go through phases where you like maybe hyperfixate on somebody and you're like, why am I hyperfixating on this person? What do I like about their outfits and how can I incorporate it into my life? That's okay to be on this journey of like finding your own personal style in a world full of micro trends.
Yes, absolutely. And I think the hard thing is that when you are online and you're making content, people are taking everything you do at face value. And it's like, you are my best friend and you can kind of be like, oh, she's in this phase where she's sort of like hyperfixating on this person. She's finding her style. This is just a small part of her journey versus like someone online is like, that person's copying, that person is this, it's that, like blah, blah, blah. That person isn't being authentic. And it's like, sometimes it takes a little bit of like trial, error to find your authentic self.
Yes.
And it takes you kind of like trying things you haven't tried before or like trying things you see other people doing and seeing how that makes you feel.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm finally now in a place where I am sort of like in the middle of that pendulum swing and really kind of like only buying pieces that feel very much like me, that I feel super comfortable in. I feel like I would also do this thing a lot where, have you ever done this? You're actually not really a obsessive shopper like I am.
Yeah.
But I have done this thing where I like buy pieces for like somebody I want to be.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean? It's
I
like,
actually am in that era currently.
Okay.
Where I'm like, oh, I could see me wearing this when I'm a little bit more confident.
Yes, and that can be a little bit of a slippery slope.
Yeah, I agree.
Because then things kind of just sit in your closet and you'll pull them out, try them on before a night out, and then go back to kind of like,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
usual thing. So I was buying a lot of things for like somebody I wanted to be or somebody I thought was cool online. And it's like, I feel like I'm finally getting to a place now that has actually, it's funny, it's become sort of this very medium ground. It's like, I'll still wear like really baggy pants, but I'll do it with like a cute little top. It's like, I have found this nice medium in my style, but it took a long time.
You're a good mix of masculine and feminine.
Yeah, but I've been hyper both. You've seen it in the past 3 years.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
I've been really hyper both.
When I was growing up, I was more masculine just because
Really?
my mom would work at night and I was raised with my dad and my brother.
Yeah.
And so I didn't like the idea of having boobs. I was like bigger and I just wanted to hide. So I definitely relate to you and like the hiding your body type of thing. I think now I would say like I love color.
Yeah, you do love color.
I love jewelry and I would never like before I would never wear jewelry like I do now. And I think I'm finding my good mix of masculine and feminine. I think when you are not somebody who you really see online, like as far as size, it's hard to really find your sense of style, like I said before. And I think that right now I'm just taking inspo from the skinny minis online and seeing how it fits on my body type, because that's another thing. Like, we both have different bodies. If I wore something that you wore, I'd look like a baby prostitute.
Absolutely.
I would look so like too sexy.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to like shop for your specific body type.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. So like if you see something online, this is such a big tip that I've learned recently. I'm sure this is a tip everybody knows, but like really picture it on your body type as opposed to how you're perceiving it on a Pinterest picture or on a TikTok.
Yeah, I feel like I bought things before and then been really disappointed. And I'm like, why am I disappointed? And it's like, oh, I thought that if I bought this, I would look like the model.
Yeah, and the model's like 5'9".
I thought that I'd put this on and immediately just like look like the supermodel.
Yeah.
And it's like, you have to take into consideration, like, I am buying this for me as the person that I am. And like, now how does it make me feel?
Yeah. What tips do you have for like petite girls who are shopping?
This is a little bit of like a privileged take, but if you have the means, investing in a tailor. At the end of the day, unless it's made to order, nothing is made for your body because your body is unique. And like barely anybody fits into extra small, medium, large, extra large.
Yep.
And so one thing that I've learned is that, if I really, really like something, but it just doesn't fit me so right, it's like usually I would just let it sit in my closet because I tried on and I'd be like fidgeting with it. And now it's like I bring it to a tailor, she brings it in here, she brings it in up here. It fits me perfectly, and my cost per wear has gone through the roof.
Yeah, you're really putting that outfit to use.
Because it feels like for me now.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And it's like you can find tailors that are relatively inexpensive. I have a great tailor I've recommended to dozens and dozens of girls. And having things fit you well is so important. And so for me, it's like with pants, it's like for a long time, I just like barely owned any pants because pants just didn't fit me. Mm-hmm. And now it's like if I like a pair of pants and they fit me everywhere else, but they're too long, I've accepted that most things are going to be too long on me. I'm 5 foot. I take them to the tailor. That's it.
That's so funny. I have the exact problem, or the same problem, but in a different way. Like, I'll take my waist in.
Yeah.
But like the pants will be
good.
good.
Well, that was for a long time. We were like, oh, I don't really own jeans because, and I've heard this issue with my other friends who have like big butts. They're like, jeans will get over my ass, but then they'll be huge in the waist, or they'll be my exact waist size, but they won't fit over my ass.
Yeah. And
I feel like I was like, oh, just shop for where it looks good. Everywhere else, the waist is the easiest thing to fix.
Yeah.
And also, even if you don't want to, spend the money on a tailor, it's like you can learn to do that stuff yourself. I just had my friend Ryder came over and he makes a lot of his own clothes. He's really good. He brought his sewing machine and he literally just spent like a couple hours teaching me and his girlfriend how to hem things.
That's sick.
And there's a slight...
What a good skill to have.
Yeah, and there's a slight learning curve, but it was relatively easy. The machine he uses is like $200. It's a one-time thing. And I feel pretty confident now. I don't know if I would necessarily bring something in on like the sides, but bringing a shirt up or even a pair of jeans, and he brought a bunch of scrap material and we just like practiced on jeans and stuff like that.
I love that.
Yeah, and it was like, what an important like skill to have that can save you so much money and also just like really boost your confidence.
Also, like on the topic of that don't trust sizing. Yeah. I think like sometimes I really got in my head about like, oh shit, I'm a 28 here, but I'm a 34 here. sizing is so fake.
Yeah.
Sizing doesn't matter. It matters, like, I think something I've learned from Ryan is measure your legs
Yeah.
and your waist and just go off of that when you're shopping. Because honestly, I just feel like you can't trust companies to determine what size you are, especially online.
Yeah.
And I would also say that if you're a little bit like bigger or not comfortable with shopping, like one of the things for me when I shop, I hate trying things on. Like it
Me
just
too.
feels yucky, and it's like the fitting room light. Ugh. I honestly, you should look into their like return policy. I would take it all home and I'd try it on at home when I'm comfy in my morning skinny.
Yep.
In my room, in my great lighting, put on a song that I love and just make it an experience. I know that's like privilege, like if you can't buy all the things that you want to, and then, but at the end of the day, you can like return things as well.
Yeah.
Make the environment that you're trying things on in a comfortable experience for you.
Yeah, and
or
a
else
safe
you're gonna
experience.
hate safe experience, or else you're gonna hate everything.
People always talk about like Aritzia.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
you know what I mean? They're fitting rooms, and it's like, I feel uncomfortable, and I'm a 00, and it's just like I just don't want to be perceived. It doesn't really matter my body type is. I just don't really want to be perceived,
And
in
you
that
always will
way.
be in a situation like
In
that.
a situation like that. Yeah, I really wish that they would change it, because I actually feel like Aritzia is pretty great for basics and stuff. But yeah, their fitting room situation it can be super triggering for some people. And also, like, that's the only place where there are seats. There's, like, boyfriends waiting. Or they're like,
Yes.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, fitting rooms are so triggering for me. I think that's one of the reasons I didn't like shopping before.
You know who has nailed fitting rooms? Reformation.
Yeah. They
have-
changed the lighting.
You can have which lighting you like better. You can put music on. There's an aux. The fact that you don't have to like walk out to find a different size, you can just request it and then it goes in the closet. Like them making that a priority, I think is actually really, really cool. And I wish that
agree.
more stores would do that.
Why do fitting rooms feel humiliating?
I know. I don't like it at all. What trends are you liking right now? What are you liking right now?
I feel like sometimes I'm a person who's like late on a trend.
Yeah.
Or I feel like you'll text me, be like, this is gonna be in, this is gonna be cute.
Yeah.
I think right now I'm really loving cobalt blue.
Yeah.
Love that color. I'm still a red girl.
Those are apparently the colors of spring. Like,
and I love them as a primary color girl.
Yep.
That's up my alley. I really love a lot of jewelry. I'm really like into a bunch of jewelry at the same time. I kind of like the maximalist look. And my current hyperfixation is glasses, like tinted sunglasses.
Yes.
I love those.
That's one trend that I feel like I can't super get into. Glasses are just hard for me. I have like a pea head, but I love seeing it on other women. It is so sick. The like big square glasses. It's such a cool look.
It just adds to an outfit for me. What about you?
Honestly, I'm just excited for it to be spring and to be warm, because I feel like I'm such a décolletage girl. You know what I mean? Like I feel my most confident when I can show my arms, when I can show my chest. And so just being able to like wear a little mini skirt and flats, or, you know, a little tube top moment, and just being able to kind of just be like, I feel like this spring I really want to feel confident, and I want to be like tan, and I want to have a lot of jewelry, and I want to be wearing little like mini skirts and flats and tube tops and little, you know, halters.
It's so easy to dress in warmer weather. Like when we would go out and it'd be winter or like cold out at night, never had an outfit.
Yeah.
I hate dressing for winter.
Or like I sometimes I just feel like I don't even want to put together an outfit, because like I'm gonna put a coat over it anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the first few weeks of winter, because I'm like excited to try new fall winter trends, and then I'm over it, and then I'm like I'm ready. I am ready for it to be warm.
But
so
spring and summer.
Yeah, I'm very excited for spring and summer.
What do you think your style is going to be like in the summer?
I want to go for, which is funny because it's like an oxymoron, but I want to like go for very effortless. Like I want my hair to just be my natural wavy curly hair all the time. I want to do like less makeup. I want to be tan. You know what I mean? I want to be wearing just like little t-shirts and tank tops and stuff like that, and just like I just want to be really casual. I feel like boxer shorts are huge right now. I mean, they've been big for a while, but like, you know, with like a little tank top, and just feel really like comfy and casual, but still like sexy.
Wow, this might be the first time we like match up our vibes, because I'm feeling the same way. I want my hair to smell like sea salt. Shit like that.
Yes, that's the vibe I'm going for.
Yeah.
Is that like, oh, I just came from the beach. That's the vibe.
We live like 30 minutes.
So inland.
No, but I agree. I think that would be cute. And like shorts, if you have thighs, you know the struggle and like the stress of like starting to wear shorts, but wear those shorts.
Yeah.
Because we look worse in our heads than we do to other people.
For sure. What's a trend that was big in the past year that you're like, I don't care how big that trend is, I'm like not participating?
But I think you like it.
That's okay.
The bloomers.
Yeah.
I just can't wear those.
Yeah.
Like I'll look like an adult baby if I wear those.
And also I understand that bloomers are a little polarizing. Like
yeah. I think like your frame rocks them.
Yeah.
But like on me, are you kidding me?
It is funny thinking about you.
Yeah.
Just even
I look like Gaga. Like, are you fucking kidding me? No, I'm not wearing that. What about you?
Oh, that's so funny. This is me being a little bit of a hater.
Love it.
But one trend that I found like a little bit annoying, and again, I'm never like dogging on anybody, but it was a little odd to me that like specifically wearing like Brazil merch.
Yes.
Was it?
Yes. You know what is so crazy? I was so scared of wearing this because I feel like it's Brazil leaning, but
no, that is an Oasis
1996 Canadian merch.
Yeah, it's merch. That's not it.
I agree. Like seeing a white girl with blonde hair wearing like a Brazilian like soccer jersey was crazy.
Well, it was like the first one who did it was fine, right?
Yeah.
Like this is cool.
Yeah.
But then people imagining like a white girl being like Brazil tank top. It's just kind of a little bit weird to me.
Yes.
And it's like, why Brazil? Like, is
why
it
Brazil?
Is it that the colors are flattering? Is it because like it like what happened? I just don't get. I guess I just don't get. Maybe I just don't get it.
I don't get it either, and I don't really want to get it.
Yeah, and I feel like I did like the trend of wearing like a country colors, like the whole like soccer thing I thought was really cool. But it's like I just went out and like found a cute Cuba one.
Yes.
And I guess frankly, you know, that's easier for me because I'm already Hispanic. I just had to find my own. Like
no,
it's like,
white girls can get Germany. Get a German jersey.
Yeah, it's interesting to me that it became like a trend to wear Brazil merch.
How does a trend form? This might be a dumb question. Actually, no, this is a real question. How does a trend form? Like, I get it. You see one girl wearing something. I get that girl just like put it on and is like, oh, this is cute. How does it catch on?
I feel like a lot of times it's like a girl who has a lot of influence, like is already a big influencer. People are already looking to them for style.
Or do you think that they copy a smaller influencer who got it? Like,
or
you know
that,
what I mean?
Yeah. I think everything kind of comes from somewhere, but I definitely think that like, you know, it just takes one big influencer to either start something or jack something. And then, you know, it gets saved 10,000 times by their followers, and then somebody screenshots it and puts it on Pinterest, and then that gets saved 10,000 times. And then it's like, I also think there's an aspect to of trends like what we talked about with like buying things and thinking you're gonna look like the model. Like I think a lot of times it's like beautiful like fashion influencers who are like have stunning bodies and like 9 feet long legs, and it's like a lot of times I do think, and I've even fallen into this, it's like, do I like this trend or does it look good on these people, and I think it'll make like me look good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I feel like I've worn trends and then been like, oh, this like wasn't for me. And it's okay to try things.
I agree. I think it's actually bold. I love when someone tries something and maybe it doesn't hit, but at least you tried.
Yeah.
At least you don't look, this might be a tangent, at least you don't look like a carbon copy of every fucking girl online. You tried something, it didn't work, whatever. I'm so sick of scrolling TikTok. I might get hate for this. Every girl, for the most part, is starting to look the same. And listen, I back a trend as much as the next person, but we have to incorporate our personal styles into things.
Yeah.
Or else we're just all going to be the same person. And when a new trend comes, we're going to shift here. And it feels like a school of fish.
Yeah. It's hard too, because it's like, okay, so I'll see a girl who's wearing something that is like so trendy, right? She's wearing like a white maxi skirt with a Brazil tank top and sambas.
Yes.
And all the comments are like, where'd you get that? You look so amazing. Where'd you get that? You look so amazing. Scroll. The next video is somebody being like, if I see one more girl in New York wearing a Brazilian tank top and a white thing, and it's like, okay, so now she's being shamed. She's being loved by 100,000 people. She's being shamed by 100,000 people. And then the next video, I scroll somebody who's wearing something weird as shit, just the most out there outfit, and all the comments are like, this is so weird. Like, this is not it. Like, this is not what you thought it was, girl. This didn't like eat the way you thought it was. And it's like, it's hard when you're getting fed all
It's
these
hard to
different
be a woman.
narratives. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to be a woman. It's hard to just like, yeah, I think it's hard. And people are just like, well, then just do what you want. And it's like, but it's also like, it's hard to not sort of like take criticism or, you know, people's opinions and stuff like that. So I think it's hard to find, especially I feel bad for fashion influencers. Like when you're under a microscope, it's hard to kind of like experiment or try something new or try a trend because people are going to have their opinions on it.
Same thing with like when bows were a thing or like coquette and stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like people were so harsh on anybody who liked bows. And like at one point it became this joke where, you know, you put a bow on your water or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like women are always put in this microscope. Where is that energy for the man who's wearing his like Target pants and like his little polo? You know what I mean?
No, where's the energy for the man who has American traditional tattoos and is wearing a short beanie and a little mustache and a chain wallet?
Why aren't we calling that out?
Yeah, it's
But
like
you're mad about a bow? Ugh, fuck off. What is? I have two last questions for you. What is a trend you want to see more of this year?
oh, that's a really good question.
I want to see self-expression. I want to see like random patterns. I want like striped pants and then a plaid shirt.
Yeah, I want to see
something
people
crazy.
Yeah, I loved this like last year of girls putting like skirts over pants.
Yeah,
because to me it just felt different. Like it felt
that
cool.
feels so early 2000s. Ashley Tisdale used to do that on the red carpet.
Yes,
Yeah.
and people doing it in this modern way now where it's like, you know, it's like I have those pants from Giel, the like mini skirt over the black pants. I feel so chic in those and cool and like I just love the idea of like pairing kind of like weird things. So there's this influencer I love. I don't remember her last name. Maybe it's Wild, Madison Wild. She has like red hair. She does get ready with me videos and you can tell she actually doesn't know what she's going to wear when she turns the camera on.
Oh, cute.
Versus like a get ready with me where she's kind of just like putting it together and it's already been thought out. Like she'll put something on and be like, I don't know. She'll put something on and it like does not hit. And she'll be like, no. And then she'll put something on. You know what I mean? It's like,
oh, I love that.
It's cool seeing her thought process and she always kind of looks unique and different and like not something that I would expect and like not, maybe she's like incorporating micro trends, but she is doing it very much in her own way. And she's somebody whose style I think is like really cool and unique to herself. So people just kind of like making weird pairings. You know what I mean? Putting things together that you wouldn't expect. And then it kind of just like does something in you where you're like, oh, that hits. That's really cool.
Yeah. I feel like, well, that leads me to my last question. Who's like a person that style you look up to? Because I feel like for me it's Bella Hadid.
Yeah.
Where I think like she does start things.
Absolutely.
And she like gets a little funky with it. And I really love that.
I love a trendsetter. Somebody the other day was like, oh, one of your next jewelry collection should be sort of Western themed and you should do like a shoot with a horse.
Ooh.
And my first thought was like, this is 100%, even if it's subconsciously coming from the fact that Bella's in her like era.
Rodeo.
You know, she's dating that guy and she's in her rodeo era. And I do think it's gonna make a huge effect. I think there's gonna be a lot of turquoise coming up. I think there's gonna be a lot of straw cowboy hats.
Silver.
A lot of wide leg jeans. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a big thing.
I agree. Bandanas.
And that's sick. I love that. Like I would love the idea. That's one thing I do like about trends with like especially having my brand is like it's cool to be able to kind of like be like, ooh, how do I incorporate this?
Yeah,
like I've already been thinking about like, you know, maybe some sort of like, you know, incorporating more like horse or horseshoe stuff or whatever.
I love a horseshoe.
Yeah, it's like it's fun to kind of like lean into that a little bit. So what was the original question?
Who's like a fashion girl that you like?
There's this girl on Instagram. I literally just found her actually. A friend of mine sent me an outfit of hers or something, but her name is Ava Ark. And she has so cool style. And it seems very her. And like she still hits some trends and stuff like that, but like her Instagram is like effortless. Like it doesn't look like she puts a lot of like effort into like, you know, it's not perfectly cohesive or anything like that, but just such cool vibes. It's like I want to be that effortlessly cool.
I love that.
Yeah. So I love this episode. I thought this was great.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I've never considered myself a fashion girly, and like I think you've been the more fashion girly girl in our.
Well, you're in your era right now.
I know, and it's so funny because like I'm entering it and you're like seasoned in it, so it's fun to bring two perspectives into this conversation.
For sure. And also it's like it is kind of nice that you're like new to it because I love shopping for people.
Yeah.
So it's been so fun you being like, here's a mood board. This is what I'm looking for right now.
I literally bought the shirt that you sent to me, the baby tee.
Yeah. Or like finding like rings for you and stuff like that. Like it's just been so fun being able to like help you find your style.
Yeah, it's sick. So find your personal style and wear it proudly.
Listen, I'm not prideful enough to not say this. Give us ratings on Spotify and Apple Music.
Yes.
We need to beat that hater who gave us something that brought us to a 4.9.
Make that hater croak.
Make that hater croak, please. We are at 30 reviews on Spotify. I want to hit 50 after this episode airs.
If you guys get us to 50, we'll give you something. I don't know what. Might be a knuckle sandwich, but we'll give you something.
If you get us to 50 reviews on Spotify, I'll kick your ass.
Yeah.
I know how much you want that. You don't always have to do something and get something in return.
That is something people don't really know.
Also, so funny me saying that when you're the one who was like, we'll give you something.
Yeah, I literally said it. No, but comment, like, give us a little, follow.
Come on, we just want to be best friends who get to like have fun together and pay our bills off. Is that so much to ask?
Yes, and I think selfishly, I think we deserve it.
I agree.
And also tell us what kind of videos you want to see.
Yeah, give us topic ideas. Actually, I would love that. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.